So this is day 4, numerical patterns. Let's get started. Our last day of addition and subtraction. Yay! All right. So when you teach this lesson, it will be Thursday, March 4th. Don't forget to change your name, email, and password. Not password, phone number. If you need to change your password, do that too. Let's go. We'll just be adding another teak. It'll be 3.5e, represent real world relationships using number pairs in a table and verbal descriptions. Yay! Sounds fun, right? For our sound check, we're just going to kick it up a notch, as Emerald says. We're using change and coins and dollar bills, so fun times, right? Once again, it still is like they're comparing the different amounts. Really, it can be using multiplicative thinking, probably the bottom one more than the other, but yeah, fun times. Yeah, with the top also, like with the coins. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of math right now. My brain is math to the math out. Collaborative board. I probably, like, with this one, I don't know about you guys, with that large of, with using the coins and the bills, I'm just thinking of a grown-up Trisha, not even like a third grade Trisha. I probably need more than like a minute and a half. Now, like some of my students, like they would be like done in a minute, and they're like messaging me in chat like this is boring. Then, I'm also then writing them back, going like, Miss Smith's still counting. And they're like, do you want my help? I'm like, yes, please help me. So can I send you my bills? Can you help me with my bills? But when my Speedy McSpeedersons who like finished sooner, they sorry, my brain just totally glitched. I always, like, will have like, okay, what about this amount? Like if I added $10 more, or obviously not, but like, have a different amount ready for them if they finished before. So, the theme of the day, you do you. Sorry. Some of the definitions are going to stay the same. Some are, but we're adding additive pattern. The only difference, also not the only difference, but another difference is instead of having real world examples, there are examples. So not real world, there are examples. So for this vocabulary activity, you will have control of the virtual dice. And you can give them the link to the virtual dice. It is really up to you how you want to do it. So if you want to send them the link in the chat and they can roll it on their own, or you can share your screen and roll it. So that's really up to you. I've always rolled it and just, said, it's a 1. Look here, it's a 1. Now on your screen, what do you do when it's 1? But that's what's the thing. You do you. So yeah. But so use the virtual dice for each slide. When it lands on the correct number, the students will have 60 seconds to complete the activity. Here is the link. So here is what you do. So let's say it's additive pattern. you roll the dice, and it lands on a 1, they're going to write their own definition of additive pattern. So you could also have the definition page shared as well. And then they write their own definition of additive pattern, and then roll it again. It lands, oh, look, it lands on a 4. Super synonym, a word that means the same as. So, and I wrote that just because some kids don't have a strong grasp of synonyms. So just giving them that clue. Synonym, same. So now they can take that and then write what is a synonym of additive pattern. Awesome antonym, a word that means the opposite as, is subtractive pattern. I don't know. And then cool connection. How can we connect this to our real life? Some of these kids, and not even some of these kids, maybe I couldn't. I don't know. Can't, wouldn't be able to think of an answer in 60 seconds. If they can't, that's fine. After those, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have my brain just totally glitched. So you have like 1 second. My dog just came in. Pouty. No, sorry. So yeah, I'm like, how many minutes is that? And then the dog's like starting to chew up my shoe. You're like looking at 5 minutes for 1 page, which is a lot. So obviously you don't want to like totally, and you have, give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 30 minutes. So some of these you might want to skip, like may want to skip additive pattern, like, and then compatible numbers. Some of these you might want to skip. Difference, solid, like you can keep. Estimation, definitely want to keep. Joining, keep. Sum, you want to keep. Or you might want to skip some, because we know sum means the same as add. Difference means the same, come on, as subtract. But you want to keep additive pattern, or so go through those, because if you're doing 1 minute for each one of these, and then you want to have a student share, that's going to be a lot. That's going to be 30 minutes. You only have 30 minutes. So yeah, think about that. It's the theme of the day. You do. So remember, when these are written, they're written with teacher discretion in mind. Some of these you're not going to get through. You're not going to be able to get through all of this in an entire lesson. So, unfortunately. Then we come to our rock star thinking. Once again, the thought process is to get them to break down the question. If they can think about what the question is asking them, that's half the battle. Obviously, they need to know how to solve it. They need to have this the strategies, they need to have the skills, they need to have the ability to solve the question without question. But if they have the thought process to solve it, if they can slow down and think about, what is this question asking me to do? How can I do that? That's half the battle. So getting them to slow down, that is the whole purpose of not being a number plucker. Looking for those tricky McTrickersons. You know, that's what my students did before Tracy introduced this. You know, then that's half the battle. So, you know, let's, you know, really just focus on that. And if it's really just using one solid question each day, then do that. So, yeah, sorry. There is one money question here, but once again, additive pattern is really the focus of this lesson. So if you want to get rid of the money question, do that. I do have, and I think maybe one or two more lessons. I do have the drop downs, but this is the only way I can make it work. So just have them circle, highlight, draw, whatever. Yay. And then there is a time decline, but just depending on the amount of time you guys have, it just how, if you have time to do it. But that is the end of day 4. Yeah. You're like, stop saying yeah. All right. Hasta la pasta. See you in day 5.